Hello and welcome to the City Podcast, which is a
Acronym.
for Can I Trust You? I am your host Roman on this episode 45. I believe it's 45. I've been fucking that up a lot. Anyways, we also have our tech guy.
It's
We
Tony.
got our
Your boy Eric.
Hate That Boy, and we have a special guest. Do the Krabby Patty thing. The Spider-Man, aka Nasty Nate, aka Nate.
Have you ever seen that guy Matty Matheson on YouTube?
No.
Oh man, I wish I could do an intro like he does. Where he does like, "Hey yo, I'm Matty Matheson. What's good? It's Canada, yo."
That sounds awful.
But with my name. So picture I did that.
Fair enough. Introduce
you go.
yourself, Nate. Who is you?
What color is you?
Well, before
We're adding diversity today, baby.
before he introduced himself, this is the Nate we're talking about. The reason this got created.
Who is not dead.
Yeah, and apparently knows what YouTube is. Whatever. You fucking bitch.
Right. So introduce
The
yourself.
Sutton Sag, if you will.
The man, the myth,
There you go.
the pseudo Mexican.
Yeah,
Nate.
the honorary Mexican.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Hey, not wrong.
He
Wait,
does like his frijoles.
I could tell you when I call work, when I call the dispatch office in Fort Worth, and they go, "Is it Nate or Nathan?" And I go, "Oh, it depends on how fast you need me." And they get a real kick out of that. So.
Oh man, that's totally white.
Yeah.
That's like that's a white man thing.
So tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Well, I guess you got to put it in context of y'all. I met y'all at Heroes and Fantasies,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
where we started to work. Where probably Roman didn't talk to me for the first week.
Okay,
Yeah.
first of all, I don't talk to anybody in the first.
Well,
week.
that's true. I'm the same way. Also, I think we
Exactly.
were both not talking.
Oh,
We were
Yeah,
like,
we're both like, fuck that guy.
fuck that guy. We're like both like fuck that guy, but we're always in the same spot though.
Yeah.
Roman,
we always look at the
Roman
same
lets out
comics.
that vibe of he hates everyone.
Yeah.
Dude, when Roman started coming around, I was like, who is this nigga in my house?
Yeah.
True.
So we started making lies that he did drugs, so my mom got kicked out.
Yeah, she never kicked me out though. So haha.
Truth was, we were telling lies.
But I think we all started working at the same time, probably almost exactly the same time.
Yeah.
Pretty much when they did their superstore,
Yeah.
that's when we got hired because they're like, we need more people, and I was like, hey, I'm more people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, mine was at that time I didn't have a job at that time because had gone home to take care of my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day Adam was like, when I came in to get my books, he's like, "Hey man, I'll give you a discount if you want to like come build some shelves." And I was like, "All right, whatever." I guess.
He roped me into that too.
And then I realized at some point I was like, "Man, this is like slave labor. This is crazy."
Mm-hmm.
But then he was like, "Oh, do you just want to work here?" And I was like, "All right, okay."
Yeah.
Because at least it seemed like a job I could take care of my dad and
Dude.
go there.
Yeah.
And then I met a bunch of
Degenerates.
no, I wouldn't.
Degeneration
I met surrogate fathers
There you go.
who fed me.
For
There
a
you go.
long time, I was Nate's
Daddy.
dad. I want to say daddy. 'Cause
Yeah.
No, nigga, you gotta say daddy.
Now that has a different meaning.
Then I was your daddy.
But in the process met Tony too and John and everybody.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We used to do game night and stuff.
Yeah. They ain't here no more. R.I.P. to those guys.
Yeah, John.
Again,
is
if you
working.
can't see them, that doesn't mean they're not dead.
Doesn't mean that
Doesn't
they
mean
are.
that they are dead.
Yeah, exactly.
But it doesn't mean they aren't.
Exactly.
But he was part of the original crew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Them
Yeah.
Honestly, game night kind of fell apart after you stopped coming.
Well,
Well,
it
sort
was,
of.
together.
well, it was one of the reasons that he was in chill and play Magic
Yeah.
and with games.
Mm-hmm.
And then his fucking Firefly or whatever.
Oh, that
Oh,
nobody
yeah.
would play with me.
Yeah, that
Bitch,
that game.
it
It
took
took
like
forever
an
to
hour to
start.
set up.
that
But
game's the reason they killed Game Night.
Here's the ironic part: is I wanted to play that game so bad, and nobody would play it with me because it took so long to set up.
Mhm.
And then my older brother found it in the garage, and he was like, "Man, I want to play that game really bad." And I was like, "You know what? It takes too long to set up."
You fucking nerds.
But half the game was just setting it up. You're like, "Oh my god, this is gonna be so fucking cool."
Yeah, you were the one that
We never
knew-
finished it. Yeah.
You were the one that knew Firefly. You always tried to get me into watching it.
The
and,
verse, bro.
And don't get me wrong, I watched that pilot, the hour and a half pilot, and I was like, ooh, it's tough.
I watched,
Yeah.
I watched
I was like,
Serenity the movie.
Listen,
so-
it's not, it's about the writing of the show because if you actually watch the show, you'll be like, hey, those space uniforms, they actually are recycled from Starship Troopers.
Yeah, I've heard all that shit.
And like all
Aren't they bringing it back though? Wasn't there a
super-
rumor that Firefly was gonna come back?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
always
it-
room.
I didn't hear anything about that. I didn't know
If
shit
you
about
want
it.
the fucking rest of the Firefly, go read comic books.
Yeah.
'Cause
Watch
that's what-
Serenity.
the comic books aren't bad. They're
Yeah,
pretty good.
Serenity is one thing, but then the comic books take after Serenity.
It was
You know,
funny
you know
because
what's funny though? We play Lord of the Rings now sometimes.
sometimes.
And
You know what? That game I couldn't take.
Yeah, I can agree. That's a boring game for
No,
a boring
because I
book,
really
but
don't.
love 'em.
Like those games, especially, I can't find the strategy in them. Like I'm like, I don't understand if what I'm doing is any way winning.
You know what we
you,
do?
You need a simple premise. You
Yeah,
need,
I do,
You
I
need
do.
20 life.
Something.
What about Munchkin? Did you miss playing
Oh,
Munchkin?
Munchkin, of course, is a very fun game. Yeah.
Good, because I got the Marvel one.
Dang.
Yeah, the
It's-
Marvel one's actually
We're
really
being on
fun.
that
good.
kick right now.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know what's yeah.
TBH.
In Lord of the Rings, and whoever we all hold into Gandalf
Or you know
until
what?
it's time to win.
Yeah,
That's a strategy.
but I didn't even understand what winning meant in that
You
game.
neither.
you
He
just
does
get
it all.
to you get to walk
Yeah,
closer to the
I
volcano.
basically be like, just play that. I end up
I mean,
like
Grant-
being like, play this, play
No,
this.
no.
play
This is what happens. I go in Rome. Is it okay for my dude to attack? And he's like, "What does he have?" It's like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, it's okay for you to attack." It's like, "Yeah, we win."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And pack it up, and let's play something else.
Granted, I was like nodding out and falling asleep while you were trying to explain the rules, but maybe if I had understood the rules better, I don't know.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right. So that's
Yeah.
Nate for you guys.
That's Nate.
He works in the oil fields now. He's over there doing
Yeah.
slave labor for the government.
Which is the only, I mean, that's the only reason
man's work is what it is.
why
Yeah.
game night I had to.
Yeah.
West Texas is pretty far.
But he used to be one of us. He used to be a
We'll
nerd.
Skype you in.
Well, you know what? When I first went out there, I was like, man, I'm gonna go home every 2 weeks. I'm gonna go home every weekend. And then maybe after the first 5 times I drove 5 hours, I was like, I can't go home
Nah,
every weekend.
I'll see my mom every other week.
I'm driving.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I drive to, like, the farthest we'll go is to
Austin.
Victoria, probably.
That's not that
So
bad.
it's not that bad. Like an hour and a half, 2 hours max outside of San Antonio. And like at the end of the day, you're just fucking drained and you don't
Yeah.
want to do shit. Like
Even though you haven't moved much.
yeah, it's not physical. It's all mental. It's just like how am I gonna keep myself from killing me and other people?
Yeah.
With this big ass truck.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like it's gonna be a city trip to go visit Nate.
Hey, I'm down.
Yeah,
Oh man, I can
we'll
show
go-
you. There's tons of stuff to show you.
We'll go
There's
invade
one
his.
strip club.
There's that.
There's a diner.
Hey, but you know what? That one strip like has that
No, it's,
one.
it's the oil field. There's like 10 strip clubs.
Oh
yeah.
shit! Let's
But are
go.
they good?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, you haven't gone?
No.
I thought
It
they
leads
tried
to vices,
rope you
bro.
into one.
Well, here's a disgusting story. There's
Yeah.
one guy I work with, Raul.
City pot.
Who's
city
that?
Hold on,
Can
hold on.
I trust?
Can we trust you?
Yeah, you can.
There you
I think
go.
so. There's one guy I work with, Raul, and he's a really nice older guy, and he drives a transport truck, and he's really funny. He's a bit of an alcoholic.
Well, what I've learned, and when you work in the oil fields or driving, you have to have one kind of vice or the other.
Well, there was one time where like he was like, hey, he had finished everything, but then they wanted him to move his truck at the end of the day or something, and he came up and he was like, hey Nate, do you think you could move my truck? I've been drinking a little bit. I got off, and I was like, man, you haven't even got home yet.
As soon as I clock out,
But
that
either way,
vodka punches in, bro.
I think one of the strip clubs is called Jaguars or whatever, and
They don't sound good, just to begin with.
Sounds
and
fair
somehow
enough.
there was a conversation about like, oh, we're going to Jaguars or whatever, and then Raul comes up and he's like, Jaguars, let me show you what happens at Jaguars, and he pulls out his 2 front teeth.
I love it.
Yeah. And he was like, this is what's gonna happen to you after Jaguars, and everybody laughed, but I was like, what does he mean, like an acidy vagina, or I don't.
I was like, do they got dicks they surprise you with? Did they like knock out your teeth? And I'd probably go see that.
They hold it off to the side and then let it go. Boing.
Bam.
Yeah.
So was it acidy vagina?
I have no idea. He never.
He died in Jaguar.
Obviously, that's what else happens at
He
Jaguars.
swallowed his teeth and got shot.
No, there's some stuff to do there. My mom came up to visit me like 2 weeks ago.
She went to Jaguars?
No, she didn't. Although my mom's cool, she probably would have. She would have been like, let's go to Jaguar.
Come on, Nick, you need to see some titties.
Yeah, sure.
And you're just like, I got that on my phone. Not that kind of titty.
He's like,
The
son.
ones you can feel.
You know what?
I can
Oh,
think.
yeah,
He's like, son. It looks like you haven't seen enough live titties.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Oh, and it's true.
He's like, mommy has singles, let's go.
The thing though that sucks the most about it, that I miss the most, is there's like no 24-hour Mexican restaurant.
Really?
It's all white food.
If
Oh,
it's
it's a
after
diners over there?
if it's after 10 o'clock, your only choice is Whataburger or McDonald's. And I love Whataburger. I don't like McDonald's very much.
No one does.
But not even that Taco Cabana or anything is good. But
But you
you
take
very
it.
much missed the option of being able to go get nachos at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, some shitty nachos
Yeah.
after your fucking.
The
like
Jalisco's.
nachos? No, chachos.
And I mean, there's Jalisco's out there too, but like they close at like 8 o'clock.
Oh, you know what we should do? We should probably see if taco truck's out there.
Ooh.
And you get Nate some good
That's
nachos.
true.
But is that your only city story? Or do you maybe have one more in you?
All right, I have this one,
Okay.
which it's
Can Nate trust you?
no, this is like
City?
this
Nasty Nate's stories.
this is Am I Racist?
Well, decide.
Which
All
I
right,
don't.
all right, hold on. Before you, that kind of question usually, yes, you are.
Well,
if you have to
let me-
ask,
Let me explain to y'all
Let me
what
preface
Nate
it.
looks like. He's got blue eyes and he's white. Boom.
But I
he's Hitler's dream.
but I
Yeah.
also can speak Spanish.
Yes, you can.
He's confusing y'all.
Most of my friends are Hispanic.
He's not wrong.
His
Listen,
dad,
my closest allies at work are like, I've worked at them with 3 different companies now. Is Ricardo, who doesn't speak a word of English,
Fair enough.
and I translate for him all the
And
time.
there's Raul.
Literally, I spent 30 minutes on the phone today because he was like, "Esos pinche dispatchers no saben nada." And I'm like, "Calm down, let's figure this out."
Come on now,
They
frijoli.
listen to the call.
He's like, sometimes I forget he can speak Spanish too.
Yeah.
Which is
That's
fun.
better than
You know
fluent.
what? Because, you know, people will be like, "Oh, white person, he's racist or whatever." But everywhere I go, people call me güero, which I don't personally like.
You
Because
are
I don't walk up to anybody and go, "Hey, brown guy."
Hey, Beaner.
I understand that it's a different context or whatever.
It's
you know.
okay, güero. Oh wait, is that
Tony's el negro,
no,
güero.
wait, is that a thing though? Because we've been
Preta.
calling my sister's new dude güero, and he looks like he doesn't like it. So maybe
I don't think people like being called a color.
Well, you have to really
If-
think
if
about it.
you're
You
not-
have to
no.
think about it. If every time you walked in the room and I was like, "Hey, brown guy, what's up, brown guy?"
I'd be like, what's up, Brownie?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. If it came from me,
I mean-
if you walked in the room and I was
no,
like,
it's
Well,
Hey,
okay,
bro. Yeah,
first
do I
of
know
all,
you?
Oh.
First of all, we're the wrong.
But I'm saying
people.
You're telling
People do it
You're
that don't
talking
even
to
know
a
you.
guy who I literally nicknamed my little nephew Blackie.
Oh.
I call him. I'm like, hey, Blackie.
Like, I could be at,
I'm used to my parents going, "Hey, negro, ven pa acá,"
Sí.
or Moreno.
Yeah.
¿qué estás haciendo?
Well, I'm saying
Yeah.
it doesn't anger me.
Sometimes they forget my real name.
The context that makes me like a little angry is like if I'm at a restaurant or something like that. Obviously, they assume I don't speak Spanish or whatever.
Ese pinche güero no sabe nada. And you're
No,
like,
not like that. It'll be something even not even mean or anything, but like that. But I'll be like waiting for whatever, and like the food will come out, and they'll be like, "Oh, who's this for?" "Oh, güero allá." And you're like, "Man, fuck you."
we're Mexican.
So-
It's a Mexican thing. Like,
Either way, and also let me preface this story by saying that Hispanic people, especially from Mexico, are very racist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know.
And
Like-
my grandpa did not fuck around.
The buddy I mentioned, Ricardo, who's 6'5", and we call him Tiny. He unapologetically will start conversations with just like, "I don't like black people."
Yeah.
you can't trust them.
Every other word out of his mouth is chongo or orangutan.
Dad,
I think most of our listeners can
but-
guess what those words
The
mean.
beauty of the oil field, though, is that it's very mixed. And like I work with black people and Hispanic people and white people. We all get along
It's
pretty
a
good.
melting pot
You know?
of black oil.
The people that speak Spanish, then they go behind though and say those words.
Racist
But
shit.
oh,
They
sometimes
call
like,
everybody llantas.
no, sometimes when you're around people and they're cool, you'll be like, you could be racist and shit.
yeah,
Because my older brother works at a warehouse and he is racist as fuck.
Yeah.
And he won't hold his tongue. And he's
It's not that he won't. It's just that he doesn't know how.
He
Yeah.
he started hanging out with some dark people, like really dark people. And I was like,
Ay, ay, ay.
why is he hanging out with these people? And he's like, he's usually racist and shit. He's like, nah, this dude's cool. He lets me call him all these kinds of names. He won't get mad.
That's
like-
because he's his boss.
And he's like, well, he goes, but he calls me fat and ugly, so we let it slide. I was like, okay.
I call him racist things.
Well-
He calls me the truth.
Tip for tap.
So I gotta preface the story with that you know I work with a couple dudes that would admit that they're racist. The second part of the story is I feel like I'm not racist. I feel like I love all people. I like different cultures. Whatever.
I could say
He is a weeb.
You
I
you
could say
are
you're
a nice
racist.
dude.
I
Yeah.
try to be a nice person.
He is a nice guy.
He's
But he likes his Mexican food, and he likes his Asian like culture. So can't really, and he's white as fuck, so he can't really be racist.
That's true.
He can always be racist.
All right, well, let's hear this story.
Okay.
This play is Nate racist?
But I still feel uncomfortable about this story in general. So,
Is he
okay.
Racist.
So you have to imagine I come into work at like 5 p.m.
Okay.
Okay. And then it's like a shift change. So all the day guys are going home. All the night people are coming in. My night crew is pretty small. And I really don't, it's really just us.
Okay.
There's a couple night drivers running. But for the most part, it's just us. So from the hours of like 5 to 7, it's like a lot of the day drivers are coming back. They're going home, getting in their cars, whatever. But you also have to understand too that there's not like a whole lot of communication between us. Like we come in and we might be like, "Hey, what's up, man? Is everything okay?" And like, "Oh man, fucking bullshit today. It was a long day, whatever.
Yeah.
It's hot." But you know, it's not like we're sitting there like taking notes and being like, "Well, this person came in today." And we da-da-da-da. So you kind of make assumptions about stuff.
Yeah.
So one day, and I guess I should say too that I'm a supervisor of sorts. So, just that I feel like I have some sort of responsibility.
Great.
there.
Okay.
They gave the white people power.
White power.
Hey,
Nah,
I didn't-
This boy proves. I've worked with this man.
Oh, he's a hard worker.
He proves himself every day. So.
Oh.
I ain't
deserved
I've
episode.
got nothing else, so might as well work. But either way, so one day, you know, I come in and, you know, we're getting our paperwork together. We're starting to make our load sheets for the trucks, and we're starting to figure out what we need. And one of the drivers comes up to me, and actually a driver first calls me, and he's like, "Hey man, I'm leaving the yard. I just want to let you know, there's some guy in the parking lot, and you know, I was at my car for like 30 minutes, and he's just standing there, and I don't know what he's doing, you know, whatever." And I was like, "Okay, well, whatever, that's fine." So I hang up and I just go back about my work, and then another person comes in. They're like, "Hey, there's some guy out in the parking lot, and he just looks really like he's up to something." And I'm like, "Okay." First guy that told me was a Hispanic guy. The second guy was a white guy. And then, okay, now I go outside and I smoke a cigarette. And a guy comes up to me and he points out the guy and he's like, "You see that guy? Something's wrong. Something's like off or whatever." And that's the first time I've seen it. And this is a black guy standing over there. And he's like got a hoodie on and he's kind of covered it up or whatever. And he's standing way in the corner of the parking lot.
Okay.
But I still didn't think anything of it. And I was like, well, you know, people are allowed to stand. It's America.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Not if you're loitering. There's
But, you
signs
know,
for
whatever. But also, I work in kind of a really industrial area.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of looks like hell on earth at night. It's just like floodlights and
Yeah.
trucks and, you know,
Smoke.
and
piling out
smoke,
shit.
yeah.
that. Sounds pretty cool.
It's cool. It's fun.
Sounds like something from a movie.
Sounds like
It's better than saying, "Can I take your order?"
fucking metal.
For sure.
Metal.
I hope I don't ever have to do that again.
I don't miss it. I mean, I miss it sometimes.
But anyway, so at this point, that's like 4 people that come up to me, and in general, I just want to let them be, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm starting to get that, like, oh, you know what, though, like, it is just us here at night, and what if something happens to somebody's car? There's no none of our cameras work. They record,
Nice.
they record, but nobody knows how to go back and look at them.
Isn't
You
that the
press-
way of everything?
Yeah.
You press you go up to the little menu and it goes.
Believe
go
me,
to last,
people have
search.
tried.
Okay.
You can't figure it out. I don't know why. Maybe they don't record. I don't know. Maybe they're just watching us.
It's just an
just-
off camera.
Either way.
It's just brother eye keeping
So
an eye on you.
at this point, like 4 people have come up to me, and I'm starting to feel like, okay, well, maybe I have to say something, because if something happened to someone's car, I would feel really bad.
Yeah.
You know, that I didn't say anything, and there's no way we'll ever know because these cameras don't freaking work.
That's why you just call the cops.
And but at the same time, I was like having, white person guilt, and I was like, yeah, but, and I think recently that stuff had happened, like, I can't remember, in Philadelphia or whatever, where there was big protests and whatnot about, you know, and I was thinking about that too, and I was like, I'm like, this is just a guy in a parking lot. I'm like thinking about this way too much. But either way, then at this point, and I feel even bad saying it this way, but then one of the drivers, his name is Mike Jones, and everybody does that every time. Everybody does it. Literally, I'll be like, "Hey, I need the tickets for Mike Jones," and the dispatcher will go, "Mike Jones?" I don't even know what they're talking about. I don't know who Mike Jones is.
Mike Jones? You don't know who Mike Jones is?
I know he raps.
He's from Houston.
So that's all you need to know.
He's a
Okay.
Houston rapper.
That's his one of
So
his
either
songs
way,
is like, my name is Mike Jones.
Mike is a good guy.
Jones.
I know that driver. He's a good guy. And then he comes up to me. He is also a black man. and he says, "Hey, do you see that guy in the parking lot?
You see that black man in the parking lot?"
He's like, "Something's up with that." He's like, "Something's going on there," and I was like, "Okay, well, I don't know if he thinks something's going on." Which is then I feel really bad. I'm like, well, why is that? How does that justify whatever? And I'm getting really confused.
This black man gave permission to toss that other black man.
So then I'm like, you know what? Let me just go talk to this guy and see what's going on. Mm. So like I start to walk towards him, and when I walk towards him, he turns away. And I'm like, well, okay. Well, I'm probably not gonna go talk to him then. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Shit ain't up.
Yeah.
So
it's getting sketchier.
Yeah, and then like I'm like, all right, everybody. Mostly the parking lot's empty now, and he's still there, and now it's dark outside, and it's basically just us two, okay. me, Ricardo, and his brother.
Okay.
But we need to get to work, and I can't keep like looking, and I'm kind of every once in a while I'll go back outside and I'll look, and like I'll feel like he's touching one of the cars or something, but I'm not sure. And so I told Ricardo, who's 6'5", I'm like, hey, go talk to him. And he's like, fuck no way, fuck no. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And I'm like, well, what do you think I should do, Ricardo? Like, what should we do?
Be a man.
And he's like, I don't know. I don't know. And at that point,
he's like, no sé, güero, lo que quieras.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And then, so at that point, I'm like, all right, you know what I'm going to do? But then at that point, another driver comes back, and he's like, hey, that guy's been here since like 2 o'clock, man. When I left for my second trip, that guy was here. And I was like, man, something weird is going on. Something fishy's going on. So I'm like, all right, I got to do it. I got to do it. So I call the police. And I'm like...
I was like, oh, he actually went to go talk to him. Nah.
I'm like...
He took the white man out. Call
police.
police.
Well, all I'm thinking is, I was like, man, if I go up to him and something is going on, like...
He'll stab
I don't know, just... Not even that. Like, I don't even know. I don't even know how to explain it. I was mixed up, and I'm like, what's going
Classic
America, culture clash.
I know this nigga. I'm going to start a fucking riot in fucking West Texas.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So you called the cops?
So I called the cops. And first of all, you also have to realize that, like, my work, like, Midland and Odessa are basically the same city.
Yeah.
And my building is literally... If you go that way, you're in Odessa, and if you go this way, you're in Midland. Like, we're on the line. And so I called 911, and I'm like, literally almost for advice. I'm like, I just want to ask them for advice. Like, hey, what should I do?
Are you a white man yet?
But either way, I call, and they're like Midland Police Department, emergency or non-emergency. I'm like, oh, it's definitely not an emergency.
Yeah.
Please don't transfer me. Don't stop your day for anything.
Like
I need some advice. Yeah. Also worrying about that, so you can see the many thoughts in my head.
It's something that could happen.
What?
So, but either way, and I explained the situation to her, and I'm like, well, there's a guy, and like 6 people have told me they're uncomfortable, and I'm a supervisor, so I feel responsible, and I don't know what to do. And she's like, you're actually in Odessa. I'm transferring you. I'm like, okay. So they transfer to Odessa. I explain the situation again. I'm not feeling good, and she's like, oh, actually, you're in Midland.
Motherfucker.
So then they transferred me to Midland. And I'm like, hey, I just talked to you, and you transferred me, and they transferred me back. So I don't know what to do. And she's like, well, what's going on? And I explained the situation. She's like, all right, well, do you have a phone? And I was like, yes, I have. Obviously, I have a phone right now.
No, I'm talking to you through fucking
like
space magic, you dumb slut.
Like smoke signals, ladies. Smoke signals.
I had to fucking cut a goat's throat and use his blood as a magical chalice.
So either way, finally, she's like, all right, well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to send an officer over there. He'll go talk to him. Do you have a phone? And maybe the officer will call you and let you know what's going on. And I'm like, okay, but don't do anything rash, You're
giving them advice now.
Yeah.
They like that.
Already I feel bad about this story in every way, shape, or form.
Okay.
But, so then eventually, and Ricardo the whole time is just watching this guy. Like, he's just standing there staring straight at him, like, for 20 minutes. And I'm like, but the guy's still not moving. And I'm like, that's weird. Right?
It is. He's definitely He's definitely like waiting for everybody to go in.
He's sketchy, yeah.
All right. So then the police officer comes, and now I'm watching too. And the police officer comes and gets out of the car and starts talking to him. And all of a sudden, boom, another police officer comes, like, right too.
All right, so definitely a shooting's happening.
And I'm like, oh my God, or whatever, whatever. And then they're talking for a while, and we're watching, and then the guy gets into the back seat of the car, and they drive away. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, I guess something was happening. I don't know. And so then, like, I walk back inside, and Ricardo's calling me racist, and he's telling me, "Oh, you fucking white guy."
I can't believe
are you gonna call the cops on me? But and I'm like, you told me to call the cops. You said I should call the cops.
That's just the Mexican in him.
He'd be like, no, dude, I said nothing. You should do nothing.
Either way, so then like a couple minutes pass and my phone rings, and I'm like, what the heck? And I answer it, and they're like, hey, is this Nathan? I'm like, yeah, this is Nathan. And like, hey, this is Officer so and so. I just want to let you know what happened, and just want to give you an update. And I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, so we went over there and talked to that guy. It's probably a good thing you didn't talk to that guy because he was not in a good mood. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, yeah, I guess he had a job interview there today and they didn't hire him. And I was like, oh, damn.
Did he get a good look?
And then I was like, and there.
Is he near you? Don't say my name out loud.
And that's
he's like, this ain't Nathan. Hold on.
And then
he's all Nathan.
He's like, actually,
all right, I got him now.
He's like, actually, he was there waiting for a ride. I guess he got dropped off there for the job interview, but his uncle's running real late, so. We're just going to take him to the truck stop to wait so we can avoid all this. And I was like, oh, okay, that sounds like a good idea. But then I immediately just felt like a giant piece of shit.
Alright.
So you made that dude's day a lot worse.
I did.
My take on it, no, you're not racist. You're overthinking shit.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Little racist.
Oh, yeah.
No, he's not racist.
He's a bit racist because he had the guilt for no reason.
No, that's just... You can ask
racist.
You can just ask any white guy, any white person, and they all have white guilt. Like, man, we fucked over.
My big thing in this situation was like, there's no winning here. Like, there's no winning.
There's no winning. But the thing is, you did the right thing in terms of if anything goes down, you are responsible.
You did a good supervisor move.
Yes. So
you did a bad white person.
Rule number one. Always take care of your goddamn self.
I guess,
all right?
Yeah.
That's rule number one. Fuck the treat people how you want to be treated. Fuck, take care of you, then take care of other people. So you're in the clear, in my opinion. You're clear. If anybody has anything that they want to say on this, and you're listening on YouTube,
why did you? I was like,
okay.
Why didn't you just yell at the nigga like,
hey, what
yo,
you doing?
Can I help you with something? Did you ever think about that instead of actually going up there and talking to him like a person, just scream at him?
I think maybe that's partially because
you were scared of
nobody else said anything. It's like, can I help you with something, man?
I mean, maybe because like the first 5 people, they didn't do anything either. I wish I would have, in retrospect, I wish I would have gone up there and he would have been like, well, I'm waiting for my uncle. I'd be like, well, do you want a ride? I'll give you a ride,
No, you
don't do that. Don't do it.
Okay, well, okay, maybe that's me being stupid.
Nice.
Whatever.
Yeah.
No, but all these people that came, nobody talked to him. You just, hey man, you all right?
Well, I think like
he had a hoodie on and he was looking angry.
2 weeks earlier, I was already, I don't know, I was like on edge already because like a week or so earlier, at my apartment complex, which isn't the greatest apartment complex, but one day at like 4 a.m, I was just, sitting on the couch watching TV or something, and all of a sudden there's like really loud bang on my door, like bang, 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 bang. I'm like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. Who the fuck's, I don't even know anybody here. I'm a lonely man.
Easy prey.
And
he's like,
so I just don't answer it, and I'm like, whatever, they must have got the wrong apartment. Then like 10 seconds later, bang, 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 bang on my window. And I'm like, what the heck? And then they come back to the door, bang, 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 bang. And I'm like, what? So then I open it, and I do what I should have done that day, which was just like...
He turned off his Pornhub, got up, and opened the door.
I was like, hey, is there something I can help you with? And I forget what that person said exactly. They were like, who's in there? And I was like, me. And then they just left. And I was like, well, that's really weird. And then they went to the next apartment, bang, bang, bang.
Oh, they were just looking for someone.
Right. Something like that, or whatever. But maybe something, I had that in my head too. Because for like a whole week, I was like, man, these people are scoping out my apartment. They're trying to see like when I'm not there.
Yeah.
Not that I don't have anything rob or
It's the principle of the matter, boy.
Yeah, it's still the principle.
You don't want anybody broken into your fucking place.
Yeah.
Because then you start thinking, is it safe?
So maybe that had me on edge. I don't know.
You know what? You should buy a gun. You should buy 2.
Yeah.
Buy a shotgun for home invasion. Just have a pistol.
I'm accident prone though. Very accident prone.
Yeah, you're not
and
wrong.
Clumsy.
Yeah.
Yes. You did get run over.
Yes, I did get run over.
Oh, that's true. That's another Can I Trust You.
Yeah.
Don't steal from Heroes when Nate was there, because he'll chase you.
Oh, he'll chase the fuck out of you.
He even got a guy to throw his hero clicks at the dude. Like that was gonna make a big old difference.
And the fucked up thing
is that's why I couldn't remember why we call him Spider-Man, but I think that's the story where he got run over. It's like, this dude's a superhero.
Maybe.
I don't know. I think he just called Spider-Man because
he
he's
likes
racist.
Spider-Man.
Maybe I heard
I think it's because he likes Spider-Man for a while.
Who doesn't?
I think he had a Spider-Man hat.
Maybe.
Or something.
Probably.
Either way.
You have the Marvel hat. I remember that ratty ass hat.
Because we all know why we call him
Nate.
Nate.
I wore that white and blue Marvel hat probably for like a year.
Yeah.
That shit got torn up.
Up.
Alright.
But
so yeah, you're not a racist.
Yeah.
Sketchy people.
2 out of 3. Eric doesn't matter now.
No. I mean, people that fucking trying to act sketchy.
Exactly. Guy,
you're not racist, baby boy. You paranoid.
Why you just hanging in the corner being all mad and shit?
Paranoid.
You're like, hey, I'm waiting for my ride and shit.
Yeah, but you did the right thing. No, if you feel differently. And you're listening on YouTube, the thing that Nate didn't know about.
Yeah.
Go ahead and put in the comments below.
Yeah,
don't forget
is
to
Nate racist?
Wait a minute. Wasn't Nate the one who showed you quack like a duck?
Yeah, but that wasn't on YouTube.
It was on YouTube.
I don't even know what quack like a duck is.
But
you remember that guy with the G-string? He's like, "Can you quack? Can you?"
Oh like yeah. No, that's Mark. Mark showed us that.
Mark. Oh okay.
Yeah, but
he knew what YouTube was. But he's on. We're watching it in the background.
If I said it, I don't know why I was saying that, but either way.
If I remember correctly, he is on YouTube.
Because
he did his German impersonation.
He's the he's the original tech guy. He showed me everything on the internet.
The fappening.
Yeah.
That's everything.
Fappening 2.5.
What else is there?
There was another fappening soon.
He was in a couple bands that actually made albums too.
Yeah. I still have his fucking album.
All That Remains. No,
I think that
there you go.
A big famous band. That's not my band.
That's not that big fan. That's not that big of a famous
band. I remember we recorded him on one of the.
Check it out on iTunes.
That's
it might be there.
It is. I know it is. For sure.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Damn.
There you go.
On iTunes, bro.
No, but we recorded him doing his German impersonation. I put it up somewhere. I think on YouTube or Facebook. Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't
remember
recall.
shit.
Give him a little taste of your German accent.
No.
That's how you should have talked to the black guy.
No.
Can I help you?
No, because like with that whole story and then that impression.
Oh, come on.
This guy's racist.
Give us some of your voices, Nate.
Nothing good can possibly come of it.
Only great stuff can come of it.
No.
Oh, maybe.
The reason I really didn't plan for a topic is because as soon as Nate told me that he was coming into town, I was like, this guy's an excellent conversationalist. He's gonna have something to talk about all the time. It does not matter, so we're gonna let him fly.
We'll just let him hug the mic for a while.
We're gonna let him hug the mic, and we're gonna just ramble on like we used to do back in the day.
The whole premise of the podcast originally just
talk around, talk shit. Talk shit.
I think y'all are the good conversationalists.
You think so?
You pull it out of people.
But the thing is, you have so much fucked up stories. It's just entertaining.
I have lived a long life.
Yeah, and in a short amount of time that you
in a short amount of time.
It's the decisions you've made.
I totaled my car in front of Heroes and Fantasies.
That was a great story.
That was a good story.
I almost killed Mikey, apparently.
That's another good story. Part of the same story.
Mikey?
Apparently I passed out while I was getting into the parking lot and I almost hit him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, little Mikey.
Sorry, Mike.
I think it's cool, bro.
You're the reason I
hope you're doing well, by the way.
You're the reason I fucking had that weird day at Heroes where
no.
We're not gonna get into that. Maybe if he comes by for a second.
That was a good day though.
But I thought his story was gonna turn a little bit when he called the cops. He's like, "Oh no, white man in trouble." He said a fucking SWAT and shit.
See, that's what I thought. I thought like, oh, I'm being vindicated. Like, oh, he's getting in the car. Something must have been wrong. And then when as soon as he went, oh, he was here for a job interview. I was like,
shit. But there's no way you can know about that.
I could imagine the dude be like, he's the reason I didn't get a job.
You're feeling bad over something that you had no idea about, so it doesn't really matter. But just because we didn't have topics doesn't mean that we didn't have comments and a couple of emails.
Boom, boom, boom. What? We had emails?
We had 2 emails.
Damn.
Yeah.
Was one of them you?
No.
No. But
I'm here. It's like a physical email.
I thought you
were
were like
email.
I thought you'd be like memory
Yeah.
to talk about
Memory.
Memories.
But the first one is from Trent.
I hope we get him on here one time.
He knows Trent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
We all work together.
He knows we call him Mr. Handsome.
Oh, I mean, I forget.
Yeah, he knows Mr. Handsome. He knows Jangly Bones. He knows
Who's Jangly Bones?
Jangly Bones
Chris.
was Chris.
Oh yeah.
Remember you shoot that fucking down.
Yeah.
I forget what crew was he in because
He knows that
He was
dirty.
in the OG crew with us.
He knows that dirty dog.
He's the reason that a lot of people started quitting. I was like before, but it's like everyone was working.
He left and immediately I was like, fuck, I can't do this job by myself because everybody else sucks.
You know, I never even intended to leave the way I did. It was just like they called me and they're like, "Hey, do you want to be here in a week?" And I was like,
hell yeah.
"Yes."
It was the same thing with me when I went to that call center. I was like, they're giving me more money. It looks good on my resume because of my schooling, what I was going for. And I was like, I have to go. And they called me literally on Tuesday, which Tuesday is the when we get all our inventory. And I told Adam, I was like, look, dude, I have to do this. And he's just like, whatever. And I was like, fuck you, whatever. I'm taking off. I'm doing this the rest of the week. After that, I'm gone. I can't help you anymore.
All right, from outside eyes, I saw Nate go, you know what? The store needs help. I can't work here. I'm gone. Boom. He was gone.
Is Mikey still there?
Yeah.
Then Roman's like, yeah, I can't work with this crap.
I'm gonna follow my child.
Turns out, you know, Nate was doing a lot of a job, and now it's on me, and they're not paying me enough. Boom. He's gone.
Not even that. It's just.
And then if you start paying attention to the people, be like, nah, you know what? We're doing too much work.
Mr. White dropped.
And suddenly you start hearing all these OG employees be like taking off. I was like, what did Nate do?
Well, I think actually it started off with like Reagan fired or something like that. No, he got fired. He was gone before you left.
No, he was
no.
Oh. Well, anyways,
yeah, that's right.
Back
I
to
got fired. I
Trent.
didn't quit.
Anyways,
I told people I got fired.
Alright, well, Trent sends his email, and
Hey, Trent.
The title is E3 coverage. Dear City Crew, just wanted to chime in on last episode and say that I'm a PlayStation fan. Shouldn't come to much surprise since PlayStation always has better games. Most of the time, that's true.
It depends. Depends what you like playing.
Yeah,
because there's some diehard Halo and Gears of War gamers out there.
Yeah.
Shit, even Fable people. I didn't know Fable.
Even Nintendo. Those people are just gonna.
I used to be one of those guys.
Nintendo did it right. They released all the titles you want, and I mean, the Switch is gonna blow up. They're winning this race right now.
Yeah, they're not winning. But
they're winning.
They're catching up. They're not winning. We will have that later when
I don't know. I fell asleep during that.
Ben,
I literally fell.
He continues.
Drunk.
Ben, that was with every console generation. Xbox had one title that I was hyped about, and they officially killed that project already. Phantom Dust. So
never heard of it.
That was one of his games that they killed. As for E3, sadly, there's nothing I'm super hyped about. To be honest with you, neither am I. I mean, there's some cool games, but not like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to play it. Destiny, but even that, I'm just like, cool. I'm gonna play Destiny.
We've been expecting that.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, but I mean, for Xbox or for PlayStation
in general.
Oh, dude, there's a lot of stuff.
He continues.
And even
was
more
looking
Capcom?
forward to Deep Down by Capcom. So Deep Down, that one did look interesting, but still, sort of weird. But looks like that might be dead too. And Bloodstained, which I already know is coming since it was a Kickstarter project. If anything, maybe I'll get some good news from FromSoft. FromSoft, the Dark Souls guys. Would love them to make a new Souls game, but taking a different direction like they did with Bloodborne. Not simply Dark Souls 4. Till next time, boys, with Z, Trent.
Yeah,
cool.
Thank you, Trent.
Oh, I mean, they didn't announce no Dark Souls, did they?
No, they didn't. No. They haven't announced anything.
You know what I'm excited for? The Monster Hunter universe. That looks really good.
Yeah, I've never been a Monster Hunter guy, per se.
I have one of the DS games. They're good. I always tell people it's like Pokemon for grown-ups where you kill the monsters.
I was kind of into that that one you were showing me about the guy that kind of looked like Destiny with the jetpack and shit.
Oh, Anthem. That one looks exactly like Destiny.
Yeah, BioWare, but it's BioWare, so you're never gonna get a quality story out of it.
And then Crossbones, no,
not saying.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I'm not hyped for it, but that looks. It looks like something I would play.
It looks interesting.
Did you see the trailer for Skull and Bones? I won't play that.
Skull and Bones.
No, the second pirate game they released.
Oh, you said Pirates. I'm out. Pirates are gay, dude. I'm sorry.
I don't know, but
I did see one about medieval times where you're a squire or a knight, and it's just going around.
Oh, I saw that.
Right, you saw it. Yeah. Kingdom something, and it comes out in like February 2018.
It's like multiplayer too, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's an
For Honor.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
For Honor.
For Honor, that's already out.
Oh yeah,
it said 2018 though.
For Honor, where you can choose different classes of characters and you just fight.
No.
Okay, so you're not talking about that. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, Eric's not good with names either.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
I saw it. I was watching it with Mini-Me, and it kind of passed by, and I was just like, oh, I kind of want to see that one. And she's like, yeah, when's it come out? I was like, nigga, it just said 2018 February. She's like, when's that? I was like, fuck you, I'm leaving.
That's how you are. That's how you are to us. Yeah, we just don't care anymore.
And then they announced Kirby games, so I'm excited for that.
Kirby is cool. I mean, Nintendo by far had the most exciting announcements out of everybody, but it's still all together. E3 kind of wasn't very high.
Oh, it depends. It depends what. It depends. You don't really like Nintendo games.
No, I love Nintendo.
And you don't care for Xbox, so you weren't excited for the Xbox One X or whatever.
I think that's just a dumb move. I think these these incremental upgrades to your current gen is stupid.
And then the games you choose,
it doesn't work for consoles.
You know what? That actually is a good point, because I only had an Xbox 360, right? And then recently I was like, you know what? I think I've played everything for the Xbox 360 I want to play. I'm going to get a PlayStation. Okay. And the day I bought a PlayStation 4, the next day, because I don't keep up with that stuff that much, you know? The next day, the PlayStation 4 Pro or whatever came out.
Yeah, okay.
And I felt like an idiot. I was like, man.
Honestly,
I should have just got that.
It's so incremental that it's just like, it works for cell phones because that's kind of what we've been groomed with. You know what I mean? And there's no way out of it, honestly. You're not going to have a cell phone that lasts you 2 years and then they announce another one. They're going to announce another one every year.
Schedule. Cell phones now have a schedule every
but with consoles have always been, this is a 5-year, 10-year thing, and then we're going to introduce another one maybe 6 years down the road, and you can buy that one. We're going to start supporting that one. And it keeps going like that. These incremental kind of little things don't work because not many people have that much money. Like, honestly, $400 maybe doesn't sound a lot to some people, but for most people, it's a lot of money.
It's almost rent.
Exactly. So it's a lot. You can't just.
It's a fucking car payment.
You can't expect to release these minor things where it's like 4K graphics, a better GPU processor. You're not gonna expect that from a majority.
See, but people are excited for the Xbox One X.
I wanted to touch
they actually want the 4K and higher.
And
see, it's all depends. That's what I said. It all depends on what kind of game you are. Because your games in particular, Destiny, you already had the announcement. Yeah. You already knew it wasn't released. You already saw most of the stuff. They'd be like, okay, I'm excited for this game. The other game is Marvel's Capcom. You already knew. You already saw some of the mechanics.
Yes.
So they didn't give you, but. In general, they give you Dragon Ball Z Fighters. It was fucking fantastic. Can't wait for that game. Awesome, yeah. And Nintendo released every single goddamn title you probably want. Cause
they gave you two Metroids. So I was like, sweet.
2 Metroids, Kirby.
I want Metroid over anything. I want Metroid.
They gave you Kirby. They gave you Yoshi. They gave you even fucking. They released a new Sonic game.
Yeah.
So.
I guess I don't know. I was drunk.
But the thing is, it sounds like E3 was focused on what's supposed to be the next gen and it's VR. But I don't know. I don't think VR is any good. What do you guys think about VR?
I don't know.
I think that's like the new wave that's coming. That everybody wants to have the VR set and shit. But I don't know. It doesn't seem appealing to me.
Until they fix it to where I can touch my pee-pee, I'm alright.
I'm sure they're making something.
They have
Japan's on it, bro.
They have.
I'm just waiting for Japan. I'm just waiting for my trip to Japan.
Honestly, yes, they already have them.
I'm not.
They have flashlights.
They have that fucking creepy full life doll.
Yes, but they specifically have flashlights, just like something that fits over your dick, and it has like it
fits for the dick.
It creates like pulsing and shit like that. Specific to VR porn that you watch. Damn. So it's already there, baby.
Oh, what's that?
You gotta spend that
cash. You gotta spend that yen, bro.
Yeah.
They have VR
you got
porn.
The money.
Oh yeah.
Because I gave John the headset, the VR headset, and he's like, I'm gonna watch porn to this. He called it POV or some shit like that. Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna be. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know if you want me to fucking put on that helmet and be like, fucking.
John's like, I'm gonna be a black guy. I'm a guy. I hate myself.
The only thing I know about it
yeah, he's racist.
is on one of the podcasts I listened to, they were talking about something. I was like, man, I bet Roman would love that. And it's like a VR game where you're in charge of the Star Trek ship.
I did see that, and here's the thing.
That sounds boring.
I went to.
I don't know. Being like Missiles Ahoy.
So you're literally sitting in the captain's chair.
Yeah.
You can do the captain log. And
yeah, you do captain's log, and then somebody is like doing the throttles and shit. So it's a multiplayer game.
The screen pops out. He's like,
where it's a whole crew. Like you have to have a squad with you, and like one of them is like dedicated to I'm gonna handle this bitch, and he knows how to drive. And then like one of you is the captain. It's like, yeah, keep driving.
Keep driving.
Dude, hell yeah.
Put it on the screen.
Yeah. But I was at the PlayStation conference experience thing that they have, and I was sitting next to my friend Brian, and they showed that, and he's all, I bet you're fucking wet over that. And I was like, kinda, it looks cool, but I mean, I'm not gonna buy VR.
Will you guys be my squad? And they're like, no.
That's another thing I think is gonna happen closer to Christmas. They're gonna give you a VR bundle that's gonna make shit cheaper.
They already have that.
They already have like a $500 bundle that has the VR, the 2 move controls, a new headset, everything for you for $500.
But I'm pretty sure it's gonna start coming down.
I'm sure it'll start coming down.
And you said we have a second email?
We do have a second email and some comments to get.
Oh, hey Trent, thanks for the email. Keep them coming, buddy.
Thank you. Anybody?
You always got that good insight.
Anybody that wants to send an email, remember citypod88@gmail.com. Eric.
Let's Nate do it. Go ahead, Nate.
What am I doing?
Saying citypod88@gmail.com.
citypod88@gmail.com.
Now, hold on. Do it in your German voice.
Do it in a sultry voice.
Come on.
A sultry German.
All right. Hold on, because that might come up in this email. Pre-read it.
Start going back, practicing that German, and you got it.
Yeah, just start.
Go back to your heritage.
Yeah, exactly. But the next email is from John Smith.
Who?
John says.
What happened to Pocahontas?
His.
Where is John?
He had to work.
Oh.
I'm going to explain that. The title is To Be or Not To Be. He goes, since I can't be there again, because I work at 4 a.m., I will add a talking point.
Me too, bro.
But first, I would like to say, hi, Nate.
Hey,
I miss your German accent. Can you please call Eric Butterdick an accent that would make Hitler proud?
Okay.
Well, let him think of that.
No, because it's like accents are hard because you can only it's like
you gotta find your word.
You have to find the right word. Yeah.
Like
which it started with hugs. It was like the Jews only want to be hugged. Eric is about the dick.
There it is. And we haven't got catchy for
Hope you're happy, John.
That's for you, John. Only for you.
He continues. So all of you have at one point not only been huge nerds, but have worked at comic book store.
Except for Tom.
Yes, and he goes. So now that you are all at different stages in your life, some of you no longer work in a comic book store. One of you still does. How do you like your life the way it is now? He continues. Roman no longer spends a huge amount of money on comics, but rather buys a small amount of trade backs a month. That is true.
But he spends a shitload of money on Warhammer.
That is also true. Eric does nothing nerdy at all. Mark still works at Heroes, but hates life. Nate makes more money than all of us combined, and I'm not sure if you still read comics or play games like Magic the Gathering. He continues, so are you happier now, or would you rather go back to the young, innocent, naive fat boys who were before, whose eyes light up at new comics and when opening packs of cards? Sincerely, John, P.S. Acronym.
There you go.
So simplify the question. You like life now, or would you like to go back to working when you're working slinging comics?
Well, I still read comics.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you read? Sometimes.
Everything that you don't.
No,
Pretty much.
I mean, a lot of the same stuff that I was still getting that's just keep going on. Like, there's Letter 44. I mean, I do it based on writers always.
Yeah?
So any book that Ed Brubaker writes or Brian Bendis writes or...
So you bought the new Defenders?
Except for the Marvel stuff. No, let me preface it by just saying it's hard to keep up with that stuff if you don't work in a store anymore. Mm-hmm. So it's hard for me to keep up with like new Marvel stuff. Like I'll always get Batman. I will always get Batman. I will always get Spider-Man, probably. I will always get I don't know. There's a couple Marvel characters too I'm probably leaving out.
Captain America.
Probably always get a Captain America comic, yeah.
That's true. Brubaker's run was too influential.
But for me, it's just writers, like, you know. And most of the writers that I liked aren't at Marvel anymore, so I don't really follow that much of it.
So you still get your comics,
yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're still wasting pretty decent money on comic book stores?
Probably.
You just don't play...
Rob has to mail them to me now, though, because I so frequently can't make it to the store, and then they're calling me. Which I don't mind at all. I'm like, please, just charge it. It's totally fine.
I got the money.
No, it's not even that.
But do you buy anything else? Any toys? I'm pretty sure you don't play Magic no more, do you?
You know, not really. I actually have a bad habit of I don't even really play Magic, but I watch Magic videos a lot.
Well, you watch the Star City games on the weekends and stuff like that.
I find it soothing.
It's really good.
Yeah,
the commentaries have gotten really good.
You know what it is too? It's like life is complicated, man, and Magic is like very simple. Like I don't know. It's
except with some.
It's like well, I'm saying like metaphorically,
yeah. I get you.
Like
it's just
you can't choose the cards you're dealt.
Yeah.
You're gonna it's random what you get. There's some semblance of strategy. But your chances of like winning are like half luck and half skill, and that's kind of life. I don't know. So I find it soothing just to watch.
That is a ride, ladies and gentlemen. This man did write, and I've read a few of his. Back in the day when we worked at a comic shop, he had a few comic
ideas,
scripts that he had written, and I liked them. So
I would say that I watch Magic videos sometimes. I don't play that much because there's no one to play with.
Yeah.
I would still play it like Commander or something. It's fun. But I played games with y'all, and so I'm not. I'm so far away. Unless we were to Skype a game or something. I don't know.
Is that possible?
Yeah. It's good.
So would you give up your life now to go back to that?
Probably not. No.
Alright.
It's
So you're better off now.
Your life is just a story.
It just keeps going.
It just keeps going.
It's fun to.
I'm very happy with that time I met y'all there.
Yeah.
But also that was a very sad time for me too. My dad died, and it was rough times there too. A lot of stuff. Sometimes I can't even go to that store because it reminds me of.
You know what though? Out of the comic shop, the best thing that came out is some couple of friendships.
Yeah.
That'll last a lifetime.
For sure.
It doesn't matter if you work there or not.
Except with you, Eric.
That all was a sarcastic. Oh, like y'all fags.
What about I know Eric was working at the store.
Oh, he totally does.
I do. It's
he's
a lot easier. I didn't have so much responsibility.
Well, because Eric has a knack for like somehow he can get away with
not doing anything.
He can get away with a lot.
No, like Eric's a hard worker. Eric really is a hard worker.
That's what saves him most of the time.
And that's what saves him exactly. But he can get away with being like socially
awkward.
Not weird. Awkward. Awkward's not the wrong word. Like
it's not the right word. It's he's socially inept.
Not even inept. Like
I know what I'm doing. I do it on purpose.
Like abrasive. Like
okay.
A customer could come in and he could be like, "What's up, bitch?" And they'll be like, "Oh, he's a funny guy."
He's like, "It's Eric."
Yeah. Whereas if I were to do that,
I used to be
like, "Who's that white boy to call me bitch?"
You know what's funny? He used to talk to the boss like that.
The same thing, yeah. He would talk to
Adam. How do you get away with it? It's like, I make him laugh. That's the key.
Yep,
that's the key.
But sometimes he's like, "Man, I would give him this higher paying job just go work at comic."
I mean, it was certainly a fun job, but the funness of the job wasn't ever necessarily comics.
Not the job itself. It was the people.
It was the atmosphere that we made from it.
What I did notice about my brother is that the moment he stopped working there, he stopped caring about a lot of the nerd shit.
I mean,
he watches animes and he buys a toy here and there, but not like how he was into it.
Like, I didn't even start working there just because I was like, oh, I love comics. I want to go work in a comic book store. I kind of just fell into working there.
You were just like, I need a job.
They all did.
Yeah.
They all did.
I liked it, met a lot of people, and then, you know, but the same thing that when you're working with something that you like a whole lot, or, you know, you could get, like, if you're doing with comic books every day, like, sometimes, you know, it's like pizza. If you work at a pizza restaurant,
you get tired of pizza.
You get tired of pizza.
Yeah.
I never did. I
remember we used to go to Friday Night Magics at the Hero that was next to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they found out they were moving. They're like, we need people to help move stuff. You guys want to do it for store credit.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess whoever did the hard work is like, you guys want a job now?
Yep.
And that's how they stayed in.
The way I got hired there was, they never asked me to see if I could help. I went over there with Roman one time so he could pay his stupid over fucking dumb railway.
Unlike Nate, who is really good about like, just fucking get all this. I had like a stack of comic books that I just never got.
Oh no, that's when you were paying for the lantern and the rings.
That's when
no.
That's
when I was actually working.
It's when he had like a big old fucking box, and it was annoying. I hated. It was like the one time that I went with him to go get his box.
It was
and I was fucking angry as shit because it was like a big old stack of like 40, maybe 50 issues.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went through each one of them just seeing, it's like,
I got
boom, this, I got that. I was like,
I need this one, that can wait.
I was like, oh my fucking God, just take them. I was just like, God damn it, why?
I just always bit the bullet. I was like, just.
Exactly. I was like, this nigga's just, literally, he's just like.
It helped when they could take him out of my check, then I didn't even have to worry about it.
Well, I mean, yeah. But main thing is, I went with him there, and then I told Roman, because I overheard someone's like, yeah, man, we're moving over to this other place, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And I go, hey, Roman, maybe you get in with them if you offer up to help them out, and then you just kind of slide on through. And he's just like, nah. I was like, you think? I was like, yeah. So he went and he talked to Adam, and he's like, Adam, I was wondering if I could do this, and I was sleep deprived because I was working at Walmart overnight, and I just go, hey nigga, can I help too? Cause I like store credit and I want to get some shit. And he's like, for real? I was like, yeah, nigga, but the thing is, I work overnight, so give me like an hour or two to sleep, and I'll go over there. He's like, what time do you get out? I was like, 7 o'clock in the morning, and he stayed there just like wondering when I was gonna say something. I was just trying to think, and I was falling asleep, and I was like, yeah, 7 o'clock in the morning. He's like, cool. That motherfucker made me work at 8 in the morning over there at UC, and I was like, fuck, I don't even get to eat breakfast, or technically dinner.
Yeah.
And I showed up over there, and I was like, cool. Did the work. They liked it. Talked to Alan, who's the one who gave me who told me, just like, yeah, go for the job, because I didn't want to work overnight, and I didn't want to work at Walmart.
So I'm guessing there, whoever loses good paying job he has now, he would just go back to Heroes.
If they let me.
I would not.
I know you wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean it's.
But to be fair, I have a record of fucking going back to the places I worked.
You're not wrong. But as for me, no, I would not go back. Again, that's what Nate said. It's more the people. It was a very fun working environment because all we did was, but we slagged off a lot.
Yeah. Well, I like working hard. I really like working hard, but I'm also a firm believer in whistle while you work.
Yeah.
So.
A case in point where we got caught on the video camera playing Magic. Oh man,
he was very mad.
He was pissed.
He was very mad.
That was like the one time where I was like, okay, if you're gonna fire me, fire me. I don't care anymore.
Well, I was like, yeah, you're right.
That was unprofessional.
Choice.
Yeah.
But still, like,
even though most of the shit was done, it was dead as fuck.
Mm-hmm. My theory with work is always like, I work so hard to the point where like people
we
just
work hard, we play hard.
No, to where like you just leave me alone. Like
you're just burnt out for that day.
Well, no, it's just like if I don't like to be supervised.
Yeah. Okay, and that's why he's a supervisor
like
now.
Micromanaged.
I don't like to be micromanaged. So I feel like if you just work hard and make sure you're doing everything, then like you can just
honestly that's why I don't do my job now. I'm like most of the time I'm my own boss because I'm driving.
Yeah.
And I'm making up the route as I go. So I'm like, no one's telling me shit. I'm just listening to podcasts driving, and then I have to make a delivery. still listen to podcasts. I just put in my headphones. Boom, done. So no, John, I would not go back.
But you don't waste that much money on nerd stuff either no more, right?
No,
because you stopped playing Magic.
I stopped playing Magic. I stopped playing most card games.
You don't buy collectibles no more either.
I don't buy collectibles. Honestly, I never did. To be honest with
you, you were into the rings and the Warhammer stuff.
The rings were like 10 cents each. That's why I bought them.
No. He's talking about the ones that came with the lanterns.
Oh, the lanterns. It's because Green Lantern's probably one of my favorite comics.
You got the yellow one too.
But
Sinestro, baby.
Didn't you get Evers?
Nah, I just got.
Now that I think about it, dude, you traded all that, but you still probably spending the same thing on Warhammer.
No, not nearly enough.
No,
because I'm not like John, where every week I put aside like $100 to spend. I'm like every month I'm like I have like maybe $60 to spend on Warhammer, and I'll do that, and then I'll have like another $40 for comics, and that's like 2 trade bags. So I mean I'm limiting what I have to.
You know,
a little bit.
I kind of miss it.
I talk myself out of buying a lot of shit.
I kind of miss people working in the comic book store that I know they give me shit because damn things are expensive now.
Yeah.
Now that I'm doing this comic review stuff, dude, I'm wasting the minimum on like I was like 5 comics, like $20-$30. I was like, what?
Oh man, did I ever tell you that story too? That one time I worked for a website to do comic reviews.
Yeah.
It was like a new website.
No.
And I took it really seriously.
Oh.
But they gave me like not fun comics to review.
Ooh.
And I remember the last one I did was Donald Duck number 20 or something like that. And I thought I was being really clever, and I wrote the review. I was like, you know what? I'm going to write the review as if I was 5 years old and as if I'm me. And so I wrote the review like, me now, so not really for me.
You were a Peanuts character.
Yeah, but
5-year-old you.
Right. And then this lady left a comment, really vicious and mean, that was like, these are not just for kids, and I don't know what you're talking about, and lots of adults get a
dog. Was it that lady that used to remember? All she got was like the little kid comics.
No, I don't know who this lady was. It was an anonymous person on the internet. But I felt bad, and I was like, I'm not gonna do this.
Now that we're in this, dude, and I do some research and shit, a lot of grown people like Disney and Looney Tunes stuff.
No, I mean,
subplot on there, dude.
Disney's like a cult.
Yeah. Yeah, but dude.
One thing you gotta admit is you missed the tail that you see that came by at the store every once in a while. And you
I miss my fucking future ex-wife.
Yeah, there you go.
There are some hotties that walk into that.
The spider milf.
That was mine.
That was it. That was it.
No,
the fat butt.
Yeah, I called.
He's asking if you miss all the pretty girls that went to the shop.
The moment I saw it, I called.
His was the
cosplay girl.
one.
Yeah. No way.
Young Justice. There you go. Young Justice.
But we can all admit in this table that
no, honestly, again, that's bad stuff. But like, I like wanted to shelter her. Like, I would see her come in the store and see people gaggling at her, and I just wanted to be like, "Whoa,
stop it! She's just a girl."
I just wanted.
She's underage. She's human, just like everybody else.
Yeah, I just wanted to be like, hey, how are you doing? Yeah, let me get your comic. Sure,
Get out of here quick.
Yeah.
Talk to her, just not hit on her.
Yeah. Some people, because I'm sure she got that all day.
Oh, yeah.
I doubt it.
One thing I do like, and I always will like, is the mystery of buying a pack.
Oh, yeah.
That's so fun.
I'm done with that shit.
Here's the thing, look at it in retrospect about that, and that's why Magic is, like, really a smart company. I think if you honestly, like, look back at all your pack openings, you'd probably be 90% of the time you're disappointed.
Oh, yeah.
True.
Mm-hmm. But that 10%,
that
10% you pull
that's why I really don't.
Expensive card, ooh, boy.
That's why when we did play it all, I would just print them out, because I was like, I'm not going to get involved in this card stuff.
Yeah. I wasted a lot of money on that store.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will continue to not support Magic.
I've had a nickname as the Godhead after I left.
But
I did open that Hero Clicks pack that one time.
Yeah.
The first one that Carlo gave me.
Oh yeah.
He was like, "Here, have this one," and I opened it. I didn't even know what the pieces were good. I had no idea, but everyone was like, "Fuck you!"
I always have a knack for expensive lands in Magic. I would always open up like, "Oh, here's a dual land. Here's a fucking whatever." Every time.
I was able to go to Vegas because I traded in that fucking.
That full art.
That full art one that came out with when they did the.
Dude, I had that. I had that in 2 cases inside my cabinet, and it's like no one touched it. And he's like, "I gotta go to Vegas." I was like, "You can take it?" He's like, "Yeah, I need money." I was like, "Fuck."
I got a cool $60 out of it.
All right. Well, we do have some comments on our YouTube. And after this, we're going to wrap it up. So, first off is Clarissa. Finally caught up on the podcast. Thanks for B-Day wishes. Smiley face.
Oh, yeah.
She also says, Face Your Fears wasn't too crazy. It was kind of meh, but it was free, so what do you expect?
True.
Yeah. Prune also says, Pokemon Sun and Moon were not incomplete games. The Elite Four were in the game. That's my fucking nerd, because Prune's a fucking nerd. Fallout 4 was great.
The boy likes
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
I don't like shit. And I don't like shit. No. It says, Eric is the most casual motherfucker I know. He plays fucking balls.
Oh, the app game?
Yeah, I play balls, and I got a ridiculously high score that Eric immediately said, fuck you, dog.
That's true.
True.
I was like,
well, Eric says fuck you, dog, to a lot of things.
Oh, well, my original high score was 216.
I remember being 100 and something, and I was like, fuck, my second day playing this game, I'm already at 100 and something. I was like, I could tie this nigga up. Nah. It was like 217. I was just like, fuck you. Dude.
Oh, no, I beat my original high score. It was like 560 something.
Yeah.
So,
took a picture of it, and I was like, fuck you.
So, that is my thing, though. When you find a phone game, whatever it is, if it's competitive, I will make sure that I beat all of my friends, set a high score, and will not touch that game until they beat my high score. That's it.
That's the thing, though, we forget about app games pretty fast.
Exactly. So I always go on fucking top, baby.
Except for Stacks.
No,
Mike had it.
No, I beat Mike. Because I remember Mike was like, fuck! You beat it by like 2! And he could never get it.
And that's how he died.
Yep.
Miss
Prune also
Mike.
says, FF7 was an easy game to beat. Ruby and Diamond weapons are kind of hard, but not really.
Alright.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Ain't nobody care about Xbox.
There's a lot of Xbox
There's a lot of people,
yeah.
but I'm
Oh,
not one of
Prune's
them.
a Nintendo dude, though.
Prune's just trolling right now.
True.
No, well, the thing with Prune is, he's not just a Nintendo dude. He's a retro gamer at best.
Yeah, but
has a
the stuff he
lot
likes, he likes getting usually is Nintendo.
Which reminds me,
Because
Can't wait till-
he's the cart dude.
I'm an old school Nintendo guy for sure.
I'll be alive.
will you?
Yeah, I hope
Hopefully.
so.
Alright. So any more comment?
Clarissa,
C.I.T.Y going to Retro Game Con.
I got my PC for 600. It's pretty good. All right, so Clarissa, and she also said, "Man, I'm just waiting for God of War." So am I. Xbox has been going down with the exclusive ever since they made the 360. That I will not agree with you, Clarissa.
You're wrong.
The 360 was their height of their exclusivity, and then after that, when Xbox One came out, they shit the bed. They didn't even get COD back, so
They didn't really
that's
care
a big
for it.
thing.
Yeah. They're just like,
They
"What's
saw
up?"
COD going down. Xbox was PlayStation was like, yeah, we'll take it. Doesn't matter. And it's now they get
'Cause I
exclusive
think-
content a month
what
before
if-
everybody. They now are making their third party, second party, and first party developers. They all have new IPs. So
So what is see with the Xbox and Xbox One? It felt like they were worried about less about games and more about graphics.
No, they
and the
were
speed
worried.
of processing.
What they were doing was they literally switched. PS3 was all about home entertainment, not games. PS4 became about games, less about home entertainment. And then Xbox 360 was all about games, and Xbox One was about home entertainment. So they switched.
Yeah, fucking home entertainment for Xbox One sucks too.
Oh,
No,
it's
good.
their interface blows dicks.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's gotten
They
better.
followed that whole Vista thing with
Yeah.
the tiles
because
and shit.
it's like
But
other games.
Clarissa-
Other games-
Clarissa
That's
also
not
has
that bad.
one more. Nintendo needs to continue with course. Anytime someone thinks about Nintendo, it's for party and kid orientated. We use it We use it SRY. Sorry?
Sparingly.
I guess so. Work with our kids just for level of appropriateness.
Okay, yeah, they do make kid-friendly games.
Yeah. She
Except the people that play them don't make kid-friendly content.
Yeah, it's weird
I
what
was
they do on
watching.
YouTube.
My niece was playing. Was watching this guy play Sonic and Mario's Olympic thing, and so the premise of it is, you got the Sonic Bat bitch, and you got
Yeah, they're very
Daisy.
cuss heavy too. in Those
Daisy, and
videos.
they're fighting each other. So there's a guy holding stuffed animals of these things, and
Mhm.
they're playing the game.
Mhm.
and they're playing their characters on the fucking game, and they're like, "I'm gonna kill you, bitch," and talking all this trash talk, and then making sexual innuendos, and I was just like, "Huh."
Yeah, that's
should my niece be watching this?
That is a whole other topic.
And then I remember, fuck it, she's my niece, not my daughter. She can watch whatever she wants.
Yeah, no, but YouTube's cracking down on that shit.
But yes,
but right now,
Clarissa,
and right now Nintendo's winning. It's winning the race.
The master race.
Well, anyways,
but Clarissa, Prune, and everybody who comments, thank you very much.
Thank you
Keep
very
them
much.
coming.
And do you know how the episodes wrap up? Okay, so
anything else you want to say?
Is there anything?
Miss y'all.
Yeah, there you go.
But I miss you too, dude. Honestly, I miss you a lot.
You know what though? Each time you come down to San Antonio, and be a part of the podcast. You are now a member of the city crew.
Yeah.
There you go.
He wasn't a member?
Oh.
He was a spirit. He was the creator of the city.
I was dead.
There you go.
And
yeah,
you fucking.
He got resurrected.
You gotta work on your resurrection game. Jesus beat you in 3 days.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn. But you're saying the city pod resurrects people? Come on.
There you go. But for now.
But either way, thank you for listening to episode 45. My name is Roman. We also have our tech guy.
It's Tony.
We also have
your boy Eric.
Hate That Boy, and our special guest
Nathan.
All right, and like we say at the end of
German
every episode,
nasty Nate,
the nastiest.
Give me that something sad.
But like we say at the end of every episode,
bye.
Bye.